Hey, Jeff.
Yes.
Hi. Mr. Bert Scott is here. Do you need to speak with him?
Sure. If
Okay.
he wants to speak with me. Bert
hold on.
Scott.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. We going into a breakout room, Marianne? Yep, I guess we are.
Yes, breakout room 1. Mr. Scott, when you see an invitation to join breakout room 1, please click on it.
Good morning, Ms. Moynihan.
Good morning.
How are you, ma'am?
Good, how are you?
I am wonderful. Mr. King let me know that you would be here this morning, so good to see you.
You as well, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. Mary Ann, did Mr. Bowdish already speak to King Burns?
No, ma'am, Mr. Burks just appeared, so he's in the courtroom, right, or he's in a breakout room with Bert Scott right now. So answer to your question, no, he hasn't talked to this.
Thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Darnell, if you're actively driving when your case is called approximately 9:20, you need to be somewhere stopped so you can pay attention to the proceedings, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you much, sir. Good morning, Mr. Bowditch.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Was that sufficient time with Mr. Scott?
Unfortunately, no, Your Honor. I'm not even sure. I think he's charged with assault and battery, but I don't know if it's a felony or a misdemeanor, or I don't know anything about this.
It is in fact a misdemeanor. And the 9 o'clock, the first case, Mr. Burks is here. And Mr. Brown is here as well.
Is there a case number for Mr. Scott, Your Honor?
There is, it's 210709 SM.
All right. Could I speak with the prosecutor, ma'am?
Absolutely.
Thank you. And I have two waiting.
Yes,
right.
sir.
Should be able to leave the breakout room. I think I should have tried to click off there.
Officer Garcia, if you could mute that device for me, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you much.
No problem.
Are the parties ready on Scott?
Yes, Your Honor. All I'm going to do is adjourn this matter. Prosecution is absent some of their paperwork. I just want to tell Mr. Scott that we're going to adjourn this matter.
He's there, he's nodding. This is 210709 SM, State of Michigan versus Burt David Scott. Thank you.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch, 45367, appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Scott. Your Honor, at this time, we are requesting an adjourned pretrial in this matter. We would waive formal reading and stand mute at the arraignment.
Ms. Moynihan, your appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Tina Moynihan on behalf of the people, P84692.
Mr. Bowditch, Mr. Scott was actually arraigned on September 13th. This appears to be the first pretrial date. What we do need from, I'm sorry, Mr. Scott, what we do need from him is a good address. The address that's on file, I believe, is the location of the alleged offense in this matter, and he was told not to return to that address. I heard your request for an adjournment. I'm sending Mr. Scott a notice to unmute himself. So whoever's in there with him, if you could get him unmuted so the court can get a good address.
You ready, Your Honor?
I am, sir.
It's 60 Loza Lane.
I'm sorry, 60.
60.
Thank you.
Loza, just like it sounds, L-O-Z-A, I think it is, Loza Lane, L-A-N-E, and that's in Belleville, Michigan, 48111.
Thank you, sir. The
Welcome,
adjourned
ma'am.
date will be October the 12th, 2021 at 9:50 a.m. And that will be in courtroom number 3 with Judge Green. October 12th, 2021 at 9:50 a.m. in courtroom number 3.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is there anything else in this matter, Mr. Bowditch?
No, Mr. Scott, you and I will get together and we'll talk.
Yes, sir.
Anything
Wow.
else, Ms. Moynihan?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Mr. Scott, I cut you off. What were you saying to Mr. Bowditch?
I just wanted to know how I get in contact with them and all that stuff. This is all new to me. I haven't been in trouble in 30 years.
Understood.
Your Honor, could I go into a breakout room with Mr. Scott? I'll give you my information.
You can do that, and when Mr. Scott leaves, Marianne can move Mr. Burks in. He's the one of the 9 o'clock cases.
All right, Your Honor, there's also Mr. Brown's going to be the same type of adjournment.
Ms.
Mr.
Moynihan,
Scott,
where are
can
you
you join-
today?
Pardon me?
Can you join the breakout room 1, please?
Sure.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Judge.
That's okay. I was just asking Ms. Moynihan where she was.
I'm at 33rd District Court out in Woodhaven.
I'm looking at the wall and it didn't look familiar.
Yeah, it's one of the conference rooms attached to the courtroom.
I haven't been down there in about a year. I could not, I think most of the courthouse conference rooms look the same, so
I think they do.
miscellaneous furniture from questionable decades past, yeah.
Absolutely, Judge, absolutely.
I think we're a little bit better. Have you been here in person yet?
No, I haven't.
You all at least have dedicated space now, so you're not jockeying for space with witnesses and law enforcement, but the furniture is still some of the furniture from the old building.
Okay.
Mm. Did Mr. Berkshire gonna go into a breakout room with Mr. Bowditch?
Great. Well, wait.
Mr. Scott, thank you.
Uh-oh.
No, I was telling you, you're all set to go, sir. Thank you.
All set. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Judge.
You too. Thank you. Was that sufficient time with Mr. Burks?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is 201555 SM, State of Michigan versus Akeem Burks.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Burks.
Mr. Burks, please turn on your video and state your name for the court.
Mr. Burks, or Akeem Burks, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we would like a final pretrial in this matter, this 2020 case, requesting that the complainant appear.
Final pretrial in this matter will be scheduled for October 12th, 2021 at 10 a.m. with Judge Green in courtroom number 3.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There's a notation in the file that the complaining victim must appear.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything you'd like to add, Ms. Moynihan?
Yes, Your Honor. Tina Moynihan on behalf of the people, P84692. Just for the record, the offer at this time is for Mr. Burks to plead guilty under domestic violence with the 769.4A statute, 12 months probation, no contact with the complaining witness, as well as batterer's counseling.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Burks, we're all set. You're back here on October 12th with Judge Green in courtroom number 3. That's going to be a different Zoom ID, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day,
Thank you,
sir.
Mr. Burks.
Thank you,
Yes,
Your Honor.
thank you, Mr. Bowditch.
And Mr. Brown is here. Marianne can move you into a breakout room with him if you need.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Brown, please join the attorney in the breakout room. Marianne, preemptively, you might want to get one more court date. We have 3 files left and only, I'm sorry. Yeah, we have 3 files left and only 1 date left. So I'm not sure if any of these times can double up or what the next DV date will be after that.
Okay.
Thank you. Judge Oakley on the 26th.
Judge, I have on the same date, October 12th, 10:20 and 10:30 with Judge Green.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
That might solve. Was that sufficient time with Mr. Brown, Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is
And once
21
again, oh, I'm sorry.
This is 210719 SM, State of Michigan versus Darnell Demetrius Brown. Appearances, please.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of with Mr. Brown.
You're muted. Oh, Ms. Moynihan.
And good morning, Your Honor. Tina Moynihan on behalf of the people, P84692.
And Mr.
Your
Brown,
Honor,
can you state your name for the record, please?
Yes, Daryl Brown.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Well, Your Honor, I've had discussions with Ms. Moynihan, and we are missing a little bit of paperwork. I'd like to adjourn this matter for discovery, if at all possible.
Pretrial will be adjourned to October the 12th, 2021 at 10:10 a.m. And that will be with Judge Green in courtroom number 3, October 12th at 10:10 a.m. with Judge Green in courtroom number 3.
Thank you, Your
Anything
Honor.
else, Ms. Moynihan?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Brown, we'll see you back here on October 12th with Judge Green. That's going to be in a courtroom number 3, which has a different Zoom meeting ID, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good day, sir. Be safe.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Are you covering for Mr. Nunley, Mr. Bowditch?
Not that I'm aware of, but I can, Your Honor.
Nope, I'm not suggesting. It's not scheduled till 9:40. I see his name on the file and I didn't know. So we'll wait for him. There, we are missing our 9 o'clock case, our 9 o'clock defendant, I guess I should say. This is 201090 SM, State of Michigan versus James Edward Tanner. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your
Your
Honor.
Honor.
Tina Moynihan on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of, and I'm not sure if Mr. Tanner's present.
Mr. Tanner is not present. This matter was scheduled for a pretrial today. This is an older file, it has an offense date of December 1st, 2019. It was scheduled actually for a bench trial, December 1st, 2020. That did not happen for some reason. The next date would have been October 10th, 2021 with me. He was supposed to be here for his final pretrial, he being Mr. Tanner. He failed to appear by 9:52. This court issued a bench warrant, 5,010%. Mr. Tanner called later that same day stating that he never received notice because his apartment number was missing. His address was fixed in the court system. He was provided the new date by a clerk downstairs in this building, setting the date at 9/28/2021 at 9 a.m. with me. A notice was generated and sent to him at the address that he corrected. This matter was scheduled for 9 o'clock. It's now 9:26 by the court's clock. My standard is 15 minutes past the scheduled start time.
Your Honor,
Mr.
my
Bowditch,
apologies. I have no excuse for his absence.
Based on his failure to appear. Ms. Moynihan.
Your Honor, at this time, the people would be asking that a bench warrant be issued.
Based on Mr. Tanner's failure to appear, this court will again issue a bench warrant, 5,010%. If he manages to contact the court before we've concluded our morning docket, that warrant, of course, would not be entered. And if Ms. Moynihan and you were both available, we would call the matter, but for right now, he's failed to appear as directed by the court. That concludes the Tanner matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. The next thing on the court's docket is not till 9:40. So Mr. Bowditch, if you have nothing else with this court this morning?
Your Honor, I'm the MIDC. There's no more domestics or anything this morning?
There's a singular 940 case with Mr. Nunley.
It's surprisingly small docket for you, Judge. I mean,
I was surprised by it as well. I was pleasantly surprised, but I think he just wanted to ease Ms. Moynihan into being with me this morning.
Well, thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
Ms. Moynihan, it's been a pleasure, ma'am.
You as well. Thank you.
If you have something
if
else
you
to
need-
do in 33rd, I'm sorry.
If you need me, Judge, you can get a hold of me.
I know how to get a hold of you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ms. Moynihan, I was saying if you have something else you need to do.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll check in with the court here and see if they need me. Thank you.
Okay, I'll be back out at 9:40. Good morning, Mr. Nunley.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I am wonderful, sir. How are you?
Doing great. I'm double zooming it now. I got multiple Zooms open everywhere.
Ms. Moynihan is here on behalf of the prosecutor's office. I don't know if you need to speak with her before the matter is called, or if you're in the middle of whatever you're doing on the other screen.
No, I'm in a waiting room. No, I talked to Larry King about this case like a little bit ago, and he said that he had an offer for Mr. Taylor, and we talked about it. I think he just wants to accept the plea. He does not have access to Zoom right now. We called and we provided the court with his phone number so that we could call him and try to accomplish it that way.
Well, here's the thing. Where is Mr. Taylor?
I think he might be in like a halfway home right now. He called and he's having some issues. I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's at a halfway home. He has a flip phone right now that he's using.
People can, there's two things, Mr. Nunley. People can actually call into Zoom, which you're aware of.
Yeah.
And secondly, this court has a room set up for people who don't have access to the technology where people can be set up to Zoom upstairs to the courtroom.
Okay. Yeah, we
Okay.
called, we talked to Mary Ann and she said to pass her the number so that you guys would call him. I mean, I can call him with the number and make him call.
No, I'll call him, but just going forward, if you have a client who has some technology issues, they can physically come here. Let me get a phone. Miss Moynihan had something in 33rd, but when she pops back on. Mr. Taylor's voicemail box has not been set up yet.
Of course it's not.
And he might not answer the call because he doesn't recognize our number.
Oh, we just talked to him and we told him.
No, I understand that. That's why I'm saying maybe it's because he didn't recognize the court phone number. So if you want to try to get him on, or if there's something else, some other way you'd rather handle this, we can adjourn the matter if that might be helpful to your client.
Well, can I mute for 1 second and we can call him and see if he'll pick up the phone?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks.
I didn't know if you heard the conversation I just had with Mr. Nunley.
Briefly, Judge.
I'm sorry?
I heard bits and pieces of it. I'm sorry.
Mr. Taylor doesn't have access to Zoom technology. So he called our office, Mr. Nunley called our office to call Mr. Moore, which I just did, Mr. Taylor, he did not answer the phone. So now Mr. Nunley is trying to get him on the phone. And Mr. Nunley he spoke to Larry King. I don't know how long ago, but.
Yes, I am aware of that conversation, Judge.
So Mr. Nunley is calling his client now to see if he can get him on speaker from his end. And if not,
Okay.
I offered Mr. Nunley that this court has a room set up for people who don't have Zoom and they can Zoom from downstairs. And if he can't get his client for some reason right now, we can adjourn the matter to that October 12th date. So we'll see what Mr. Nunley comes back with.
Okay, sure thing. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay, so we got him to answer the phone. Apparently he is in an AA meeting. He's leaving the meeting right now so that he can answer the phone.
So are you calling him or am I calling him?
We could do it either way. Dealer's choice, I suppose.
It doesn't matter to me if he's on his way out. I've been talking to Ms. Moynihan, she's still here. I'll give him a minute or two to get out so he can get situated somewhere quiet and then we can get going. Good morning. May I speak with Jesse Taylor, please?
Yes, ma'am, this is me.
Mr. Taylor, this is Judge Martin. I have you on speakerphone.
Hi, Judge Martin, this is Jesse.
Okay. The prosecutor's gonna pop back on in just a second. This is 200545 SM, State of Michigan versus Jesse Taylor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tina Moynihan on behalf of the people, P84692.
Royce Nunley on behalf of the defendant, Jesse Taylor. I
Mr.
believe,
Taylor, were you able to hear the attorneys just now?
Yes, the attorneys, no, the judge, yes.
can you hear us, Jesse?
You're breaking up just a little bit. I can hear you, Royce, a little bit. I didn't hear the prosecutor, though.
Okay, well, tell me if I'm wrong. I believe at this point, it's your intent to plead guilty to the charge of domestic violence under a deferred sentence with some stipulations from the prosecution's office. Is that correct, Jesse?
Yes.
And what would those stipulations be?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. It would be 12 months probation, no contact with the complaining witness, and batterer's counseling.
Were you able to hear that just now, Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
And it's your desire this morning to plead guilty to the sole count of domestic violence, understanding that you will receive a deferred sentence in this matter for a period of 12 months probation, no contact with the complaining victim in this case, and complete batterer's counseling.
Wait, it's 12 months?
Yes, sir.
And I can't see my daughter? Or is it just I can't see her?
Jesse, you can't see the complaining victim. If you want visitation with your daughter, that's a matter for the family court.
Or am I allowed to see her throughout the process?
Mr. Taylor, my concern is that you cannot hear Mr. Nunley. What he's just indicated is that you cannot have contact with the complaining victim, that being Elisa Marie Harbin, and that your visitation with your daughter would be worked out through the family court. Is that your understanding, Mr. Taylor?
That's the plea?
Yes, sir. If you need to speak to Mr. Nunley, I can hang up and he can call you so you can talk to him, because right now you're on the speakerphone in the courtroom and anything you say is, hold on, Mr. Taylor, Mr. Taylor, I'm sitting at the bench right now. You're on the court's phone.
Okay.
You're on speakerphone, so anything you say is being broadcast, being recorded in the courtroom and being broadcast live on YouTube. If there's something,
okay. I just want to go, let's just bring it to trial.
Hold on, no, Mr. Taylor, I'm going to hang up. Mr. Nunley's going to call you because then he can talk to you and ask you what he needs to say to you on mute, okay?
Okay, okay.
Hang up for me, sir, thank you.
Welcome.
Is it possible, Judge, to just get the briefest of adjournments? You know,
You want to do 1 week adjournment?
that would be great. This isn't going to be quick.
No, it's fine. Mr. Nunley, we can put you over. I have domestics again, I think next week, the 28th of September. I don't know the time. Marianne can look at the schedule.
Today's the 28th of September. You mean like?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm making up dates. I'm sorry, Mr. Dudley, my apologies. October 12th. We'll adjourn this matter to October 12th. I'm looking at the calendar and I'm just discombobulated. October 12th at 10:20 a.m. Are you able to relay that to Mr. Taylor?
Yes, I am. October 12th, 10:20 a.m. Got it.
Judge Green on October 12th at 10:20.
Got it. Thank you,
Thank
Judge. I
you.
appreciate it.
Have a good day, Mr. Nunley.
You too. Bye-bye.
Ms. Moynihan, I think that concludes your docket with us this morning.
It does, Your Honor. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Have a wonderful day, ma'am, until we see each other again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Marianne, let's get to the 1 o'clock trial. So I'm going to take us down so you can take us off.
Okay.